welcome back to Footy's Finest. I'm your host, Tom O'Dell.
And I'm your other host, Lucas Nuttall.
Today we welcome ex-FC Academy player Silas.
Silas joins us from America, where he plays for Central Arkansas, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct, thank you.
So before we kick off, we're going to ask you a bit of a different question that we like to ask all of our guests. What aftershave do you use?
I'm a bit bougie. Yeah, I like the Dior. What do you call it? I think Dior Savage Dior. Yeah, very nice.
It's nice.
I will always be a Paco Rabanne person.
Yeah.
So let's get into it now. So how did playing for FC's academy come about to you?
To be honest, I think I went on a trial. Yeah, they were doing open trials. At that point, I was in year 11, just not really knowing if I wanted to go to normal college. And then I went to trial and I did well in the trial. Obviously, got in contact with Tom Conroy, the head academy manager. And yeah, I just went on trial and I was lucky enough to do well and get in. And yeah, that was it pretty much.
What was the standard like in them trials? Was there some pretty decent players in them?
Yeah. There was some really good players. I always say that my age group was one of the, in my opinion anyway, I think my age group was one of the best. You know, we had a lot of players that broke through and made first team appearances. So yeah, I think the standard was pretty high. Yeah.
So are you local Moston lad?
Yeah, I live 3 to 5 minutes away, just literally down the road, Moston Lane, literally.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
What was it like growing up in Moston and then obviously being able to go and play for a team that is based in your literally 2 minutes from you?
Yeah, it was, to be honest, the things that are associated with Moston aren't the best, with stuff that happened there. But having a place like FC United that the young people can look up to and think, like I live like 2 minutes away from it, and it's like people can look at that and think, if I work hard, that's achievable, So for me, I used to go to the games, prior to even being in the academy, and just thinking, if I work hard, that can be me. So, yeah, it was pretty cool and a good achievement for myself and stuff like that. Yeah.
And then you ended up getting there in the end. So well done, pal.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So on that, do you think FC as a club and a community have done quite a lot for the local Moston area?
Yeah, definitely. As I said before, with the whole Moston and the way people look at the place, FC United is like a shining light in a sense, in the area is in the academy we used to do a lot for the community and things like charity and Christmas and all this type of things, But yeah, definitely what FC does for the community, and it gives people an opportunity to express themselves with the whole way the club is run. And yeah, I think it's definitely a massive part of the community in the north of Manchester. Yeah, definitely.
Well, yeah, they do a thing every Christmas, don't they, with a Christmas court day where we donate coats and clothes and stuff to them.
Yeah,
big court day. Big court day.
Yeah, it's good to see as well. So you mentioned about some of your teammates and they made first team appearances and things. Was that ever on the books for you? Did you ever make an appearance, or were you ever close to?
Friendly, I think we won it against.
I played pre-season, so I played altogether I played about seven games, I think it was. I was on the bench for some league games. Didn't quite make it to, in a league game, but that was all part of the process, to be honest. But yeah, I played a couple pre-season games.
Yeah, this season.
This season and last season as well. So yeah, it was good. Neil was he's a really good guy, and he taught me a lot. In my process of moving to the States. So yeah, he was really good, and yeah, I was fortunate enough to make some appearances and with the first. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So did the first team help out a lot with the youth as well, like teaching you new things and giving you advice and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. When I when I said like I come into obviously in the academy, you look up to the first team, because they're really integrated. There's no like gap or like um big distance where it's like, oh, like I'm looking at the first team, like that's impossible to get to. So, when I started training with them, like that you can tell instantly like the level is so much higher, and the way they carry themselves and just the way they act, like that's how, like as a young like 16-year-old, you look at that and think I want to be that, and being in and around them, it's just great. Not just on a football level, but just off the pitch. How they act, how they are, the way they carry themselves. Yeah, it's definitely something that all the academy boys look up to. Definitely.
Who was your favourite first team player, would you say?
Before I would probably say, obviously you got Regan. Funny guy, jokes.
Quite
Class,
young.
yeah, class on the pitch. Yeah, he was really good with the academy boys. Like on the pitch and off the pitch, he was really good. Talking to us, making us feel welcome. And then probably say Aaron. Aaron was, yeah, Aaron Morris. Yeah, he was really good. Teaching me, taught me stuff. Curtis Jones taught me a lot as well. So like I just picked up these little things from them, and probably say Potsy was great. Chaz as well. So yeah, they all really helped me. They might not even know, but just the little things that they used to do, like just watching them and training with them was good for my development. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good. So you mentioned early on about Tom Conroy. What was your sort of relationship like with him, and did he the move to America? Did he push that on you?
Yeah, yeah. Tom was great. My 2 years there. He always demanded more from me. Always thought I could do better than what I was doing, which I loved. Sometimes I needed a bit of pushing. Sometimes I was a bit lackadaisy or coming, not really, lacking motivation or whatever. But he definitely pushed me to do better, especially my second year. Definitely, he definitely pushed me to do more. And if not for him, I don't think I'd be the same player. In my opinion, he really pushed it. He demanded more from me a lot. So, and then he allowed me to connect with the first team as well. So yeah, he was really good for me in my 2 years, and a lot of the boys as well. So
just shows how big of an impact a good coach can have on you. Then, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really see a lot of him, do you? Really, like in the public eye, so to speak. But
Yeah,
I've heard of other people as well who we've had on. He's like really influential to a lot of people.
yeah, he does a lot behind the scenes, definitely.
Yeah, it's very good to have on your side, I suppose. Better than a friend as an enemy, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So, centre back, that's your position in it, if I'm right.
Yeah, I played my first year, I played centre back, and then my second year I kind of moved up the pitch. I mean, now I'm playing more the eight role in midfield, but I started off in my 2 years there. I was predominantly kind of a centre back in my first year, and then my second year I moved into midfield. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Toward the end, yeah.
For Arkansas now, am I pronouncing that right? Yeah, Arkansas.
Yeah, Central Arkansas. Yeah.
Do you play centre mid then? A bit of a potsy role.
Yeah.
So, what did you do before football? Obviously, you mentioned about you come to watch FC, but what about away from football? Did you have any jobs on the side?
I didn't. I was at City. I worked at City, not played. I worked at City. Yeah, I was in a kiosks, just trying, yeah, just money, just doing anything I could, to help out, just working. And then probably say I was big on music. Yeah, just there wasn't really much to do. I was just in high school, innit? Just just doing what every other person's doing, just relaxing, doing schoolwork.
Yeah.
Just I was lucky enough. Pardon?
You make music or just
No, never make. Just listen. I always thought I could, but I wasn't that gifted, unfortunately. But I played instruments though. I played the piano and the acoustic guitar. So yeah, it was just music in school really. Obviously football. I took football serious, but not until I was at FC, to be honest. But
Yeah.
yeah, just music, GCSEs, and yeah, that was about it really.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's fine to see in the vision, isn't it? Like you say, you're at a club and you understand how serious and professional it's got, so you have to sort of step up,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
obviously
definitely.
you do, and you're now reaping the rewards. So
Yeah,
all props to you, and it's good to
yeah,
see.
yeah, it's
Uh,
good, yeah.
on the move to America now, how did it come about? Did you get in contact with the agency, or did they find it for you?
Well, they messaged me, and then they come out and we talked for a little bit, just about what it is, because obviously I had absolutely no clue
Yeah.
about USA or scholarships or whatever. I had no clue what it was. So when they contacted me, I was a bit in two minds. You know, I was a bit like, what's this like? Because so you say someone, because obviously I've never been away from home before. So when someone says, yeah, you're going to go to America for 4 years, you know, it's kind of like
Big ass,
unheard. Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's unheard of, innit? And I'm what? The first time they hit me up was, I think I was only like 17 or something like that. So to hear that and then tell my parents, it's like no chance kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? But then, you know, they come down and they watch the game, because the head of recruitment at the agency I'm at, you know, he was based in Manchester at the time. So he come down and watched one of my games, one of the FC games I was playing. And then yeah, he liked it. And then, you know, he spoke to my parents, you know, convinced them and convinced me, and you said it was a good fit for you. So yeah, just create a profile, put highlight videos together, and then yeah, it's then up to schools in the States to look at you and basically pick. To be honest, that's how it works. Yeah.
So is it basically like you build yourself a profile and they just pass it out to different clubs, sort of thing?
Yeah, they're like the connect, if that makes sense. So
Right, yeah, of course, yeah.
Like the
you'll
middle.
give them all. Yeah, they'll give you all. Like they'll give the schools all your information and all things like this, and then they'll give them contact numbers, and it's left for the school to contact you. So yeah, they just make your life easier, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Bet that was in, because obviously in that time you said you were 17 when they contacted you. I bet it were a big boost for your confidence knowing that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like, you know, I don't know. It's weird the way they do scholarships in America. Like it's they take their sports over here, like in terms of university sports, like they take it over here. They take their sports like incredibly serious.
Yeah,
Like yeah, like college American football, basketball, like they take their sports so serious. So yeah, when they messaged me, you know, it was a massive boost. And then around those times, that's when I started training with the first as well. So
Yeah.
my confidence was just at the time through the roof. Yeah, definitely.
So on the taking sports serious in America, is it similar to basketball, the way the academies work in football? Or
Um, I'd say basketball's definitely.
you've got like D1 rankings and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got it's D1, it goes D1, D2, and D3. Yeah, I'm just like athlete wise, like they're like the athletes in America, like you'll have like 15-year-olds that look like 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
So like they're like 6'3", just huge, and they're like 16, 17, just normal. So yeah, I think it's definitely for them. I think in the US, it's definitely a lot earlier in terms of like the going to college or going to universities. So they'll get noticed from
Really young.
like, yeah, really young. Yeah, so they'll like 15, 16, schools already looking at them from early. But yeah, I'd say it's similar, but obviously it has its differences as well. Yeah.
What's the standard like then in the league or whatever it is that you play?
Yeah, very very high. Yeah. um you know, when people hear like in terms of like MLS and US, I don't know what they call it, soccer, US soccer. Yeah, I'm still adjusted to saying that word, but yeah. When you think of MLS, you kind of think of it like a retirement, like that's where players go when kind of the high level career is done in that. So when I kind of had that mentality a little bit, thinking, oh well, England's the pinnacle. European football is the pinnacle of elite football. If that makes sense. So when I went over there, I'm thinking, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but like it's not going to be as hard as, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So when I got there, one thing I didn't really take in is that there's international kids. So kids are coming the same way I come from England, the same way a wing is coming from France, or someone's coming from Italy, or someone's coming from Brazil. And when I started training, I started to realize that like these guys are serious. And the age as well, like I'm playing against 22, 23, 24-year-olds. So it's like, like the level was high, and I was kind of surprised in a good way, that like I'm actually having to compete with these guys because the level is at a really high standard. Yeah.
So with like you said, you get people from France, Brazil, sort of thing. How do you sort of communicate on a pitch? Because obviously it's a vital component to any team, but how do you sort of speak to things?
Yeah. I think the majority of them do speak English. So I think obviously our pre-seasons are kind of lengthy. So you'll fly out, let's say, so the season will start in like end of August kind of thing. We'll be out here like mid-June. So we'll fly out quite early, yeah. So then we'll have like a about 6 weeks, 6-7 weeks, and just getting to know each other on and off the pitch. So it gives you a chance to just bond with your team and create chemistry. Yeah, and just like we have some Japanese guys on the team that don't speak English. They're incredible footballers, but just don't speak English. But through like spending time with them, they understand you and they understand your mannerisms, and it just makes it easier. But yeah, I think the international, it's definitely a key component, bringing players from different countries. But when it works, it works. Sometimes it doesn't work, but for the most part, it is all right.
Yeah, so you were just saying, you fly over and stuff. Have you visited Boston or been back to Manchester since you've been in America?
Since I've flown, no. It was my first year. I wasn't trying to come back too soon. Nah, but I'm gonna come back in the summer, definitely. But like over Christmas, I spent Christmas with the team. And yeah, it was just fun. Because obviously I've never been away from home before, and I thought I'd feel homesickness, but to be honest, I think I've been all right. I've dealt with it quite well, and it's always good when you have a good team around you.
Yeah,
and to make life easy for you.
Once you get in the mindset like that, this is your life. It's sort of it can help really, can't it? Understanding that
definitely,
it's big. It's
it's serious, especially if you want to take it serious. You have to make sacrifices, and my parents understand that, so it's good.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I'd be understanding of their position as well. They want to push this as hard as they can. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's good. So with sort of the fans and things, what are the differences in fans, obviously, in comparison to your time at FC and the fans, and then the fans over in America?
I'll say US fans are maybe it's a little bit more relaxed. They kind of, in England, you're getting the shouting, the screaming. I mean, you do get that here a lot, but you can't compare it to UK fans, and English fans. It's just it's good though. Like the fans are
They're very
good.
Passionate.
Yeah, definitely. I'll say to be honest, it's more the passion. I think obviously I think England fans are known, English fans are known, for the passion, and especially at FC, the fans are really integrated with the football club. But I think in the US, it's more for probably American football, where they go like really crazy. But, yeah, like they go they take that to like a whole nother level. But I think for football, I think they're just a little bit more calm. In comparison to I would compare to like FC United fans. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen The Last Dance on Netflix, Michael Jordan. But
Yeah,
the Detroit Piston fans back in day, mental.
yeah, it was.
They used to do.
Yeah, those guys are really crazy, to be honest.
So, have you made a lot of friends over there then in your new team? Obviously, you just said you spent Christmas with them. Are they
Yeah,
making good friends?
yeah, yeah. The boys in the team are really good. Really easy going. We have a lot. We have right now we have a few English guys. So, and some of them are local as well. Some of them are from Manchester. So, it's good. Um, the boys are good. Even making friends on different teams, um, American football. Just like it's quite a big school. So I think there's around 30, 35,000 kids here that play sports and don't play sports as well. So, you don't meet everyone, of course, because it's such a large space. But like, in terms of the kids that play sports, like you kind of know everyone, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's the boys are good, and they're really you can talk to them about anything on and off the pitch. So
That's
yeah,
what you want in it.
yeah, definitely.
So would you say that sort of the different sports are integrated a lot? So you say there's a lot of 35,000, there's a lot of people, but would you say that they are sort of integrated between different sports?
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone can appreciate, people that compete, especially in the sports world. You can all appreciate, like, it's the same way like basketballers can appreciate Messi, and Messi can appreciate like LeBron, or big basketballers. Like, if you compete at a high level, you can appreciate that someone else is doing it as well. So I think because there's not that many people that play sports, there's only about, altogether, I'll probably say, all the sports. You got baseball, you got basketball, men's basketball, you got American football, you got softball, you got us football, women's football as well. So altogether, I'd probably say there's like that play sports, maybe 200, 300 kids. So everyone knows everyone, and yeah, everyone is fine with everyone. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So
What would you say the officiating's like over in America then? Because obviously,
I wanted to talk about it. Yeah, officiate. It's not the best. Let me be honest. It's they don't let as much go.
very soft.
Yeah, very. They call fouls are a normality, and it's the way, because just the way they play it here. It's a little bit different in terms of like the clock goes down instead of the clock going up. If that makes sense. So there'll be like
from 90.
yeah, there'll be like, for each half there'll be like a 45-minute timer, and then it will just go down, and then when it gets to 0, it stops. Like, the game's done.
So there's no added on time.
So yeah.
Yeah, the time will stop, but there's no added time at the end now. Like, as soon as the timer finishes, the game's done.
Weird.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, but yeah, the officiating isn't the best. It is soft, but you kind of just adapt and just get on with it. Like, we're not going to change the refs, so you just kind of
Got it.
get on with it. The weirdest thing I seen was we had 2 linesmen, no ref, just 2 linos. But they weren't linos. They were like in the middle of the pitch, but they weren't. It was so confusing. But yeah, it was strange. It was first time ever. We only had it once though, but like, we had 2 linos and just
running about.
Yeah, it's boggled my mind, to be honest. But yeah.
That is a bit random.
Yeah, it is. Had 2 linos, no ref in the middle. So yeah, it was.
So obviously you come from England, and England's known for being a very physical game, in it really. So I bet when you're going in for challenges, you're just a bit more wary about the referees.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I'd say, I think it's the players don't mind, because the majority of the players are international kids, so they're used to it, and obviously there's different playing styles. So obviously Brazilians, South Americans, they're used to like the flamboyant stuff. So they'll probably go down easily or something. But if you come against an English guy, he'll probably just take it, and just keep playing. So yeah, it is a bit different, and I probably think the refs have to adapt to the players, but Yeah, I'd say I am a bit. I wouldn't go into it with as much,
Yeah,
as much as I would go in probably England or something, because I need to be wary of what the ref will do. So yeah,
Yeah.
probably a little bit more cautious.
So we're going to do something a little bit different now.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on a game show before of any sort?
No, but I like to watch. I like a good game show. Yeah.
What's your favourite game show?
It was called Family Fortunes, but I think it's like Family Fortunes,
not a fan.
quality game show.
Is it something you've picked up in America, or is that from over here?
It was in England, but I don't know if they show it anymore. I think in America it's called like Family Feud
Oh yeah,
Family-
something. Yeah, in America it's called Family Feud, but in England it was called Family Fortunes. But yeah,
No, I don't think I've watched that one. But anyway, so we have a game show on Football Fine. It's called Tom's Quickie, and it's just 15 quick fire questions, so it's nice and easy. I'll ask you a question. You ping back the first thing that comes into your head. All right with that?
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you want to have a
That's
go?
good.
Good.
Yeah.
So, question number 1: what's your favourite sandwich?
Tuna.
Would you rather be able to fly or turn invisible?
Invisible.
What team do you support?
Chelsea.
What's your current age?
18.
What's a film that you cry at?
Titanic.
Footballing hero.
Roy Keane.
What is your go-to pint or drink?
Oasis.
Any pets?
Dog.
What's the worst thing that you've done at a party?
God, which one? Lost my phone. Let me say that.
What's your favourite number?
6 or 8.
What's
6.
the most used emoji?
Shush.
Oh.
What's your nickname?
Sill.
Finish the phrase from it. The quickest way to my heart is.
My belly, definitely.
Do you vote in local elections often?
Pardon?
You vote in local elections.
That's a rubbish question.
No.
Got him an answer that. That's rubbish.
And finally, do you have any tattoos?
No, I don't.
That was the best one. That question 14. What a rubbish question. Do you vote in any local elections?
Thank you for playing. You haven't won anything, but as always, people that you've had a quickie with Tom O'Dell. So
yeah, that was good.
Not so much to be proud of. Not so much. So on that, you just said you were a supporter of Chelsea. How did that come about from being from Boston?
I get asked this question a lot. I really don't know, to be honest. I think my older brother used to like Chelsea. For some reason, my dad supports Arsenal. I don't know why, to be honest. But yeah. See, they're going for a good patch now, so I'll let them enjoy.
Yeah.
So, I just don't even know, to be honest. I just always liked Chelsea. I was never a big fan of United, I was a big fan of Roy Keane.
Yeah,
but I've never really been a United fan. But I think probably I just like Chelsea, to be honest. And it's just stuck with me. So yeah.
So Roy Keane being your footballing hero, do you take a lot out of his book then? Like, within
his book was really good. His character off the pitch, and then the way he played the game. Yeah, he doesn't really get applauded for he wasn't the one scoring the goals or just doing the nutmegs or doing all. Yeah, he did the hard work and I'd probably say, his book was really good. Yeah.
It's more of a driver, isn't it? Really, sort of.
Yeah.
No one wants to mess up in front of Roy Keane, which
definitely.
Which I wouldn't either, to be fair.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him. So been in America for how long now? Is it 6 months?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, I left in July. So
what? Who has better food then, the UK or America?
It's a tough one. It is a tough one.
That is a good one.
I'm gonna say.
I'd say America personally.
You know, I'm gonna say America, but it's a lot of the food here is fatty. Like,
Yeah.
so many fatty chicken, oil. Oh my, like America, like no disrespect to America, but like the population of fats in America is like it's
It is
like
true. It is true.
It is. Yeah.
it's like it's bad, but like I think it's just it's just so easy to get fast food in America. Like there's fast food spots everywhere, like Chick-fil-A, Popeyes. Yeah, like it's so easy. It's just and the portions are crazy. Like the portion size in England are so much smaller than they are in America. Like the chickens in America are just too big. Like there's just no need for them to be that big. But I mean, it is it is what it is, to be honest. So like but I think they definitely have better food though. I'd say
Yeah.
What's your favourite fast food restaurant then, or just restaurant in general in America? I like.
There's a place called Cracker Barrel. You probably wouldn't have heard of it, but it's really nice.
Is that fast food or?
No, it's like no, it's not like it's like you sit down and it's pretty nice. But like you have the like the Chick-fil-A's and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, you can get if you keep eating, you can get quite easily though.
Yeah.
Don't eat too much of that because
Got to watch your diet, obviously being in the
definitely. Yeah.
It sounds a bit strange, but what's the sort of the pricing for the food? Because I've heard people go over to America and they're coming back and they're raging about how expensive it is for food and things.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's stuff in America is a lot more expensive than it is in the UK. I don't know why, but yeah, it's just how it is. Like even their shops, like you go to Aldi or Lidl in the UK and things are cheap. Like there's that and that's not in the UK. That's not in America. Like everything is expensive. So it's just America is just a lot more expensive than and one thing about America is like tips is a huge thing in America. I don't know why, but like it's just I don't know, it just tips, like everything is tip. Like if you go to a restaurant, like waiters are expecting them to tip you. Like it's an expectation like they have. And it's just like the first time I didn't know. So I just finished eating and just left because that's
got some funny ones.
Like if you don't do anything, like for me, like tips is just like if I give you a tip, that means you've gone out of your way to do something in a sense. But if you just do your job, then should I really be tipping you? You know, like but I mean,
I don't think I've ever given a tip.
No, no, I don't think so. It's like if I was to give someone a tip, it's because they've gone above and beyond to make sure that help me out. Oh, you've done your job. You've got an extra £5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like they tip. They don't just tip like it wouldn't even be like a $5. It would be like a 50 or a 60. Like they tip. Yeah, in America they tip.
The meal, isn't it, really?
yeah, they tip. They do tip heavy. But yeah.
So
I'd say it's definitely more expensive. Yeah.
Since you've been over in America, have you picked up any new hobbies or anything, like say on the side of football or anything like that?
Not really new hobbies. I'd probably say I've started listening to probably more podcasts, more football related podcasts, and then just good podcasts in general.
Is it a bit of a dream come true then coming on this podcast?
yeah. No, I really like what you guys are doing, to be honest. The guys you've got on, so yeah, it's good. But and then I'll probably say just getting into other sports. Like I've never really understood American football. But like it's actually like a pretty cool sport, to be honest. But yeah, I'd probably say getting into other sports and just watching podcasts, to be honest, because we do have a lot of free time being over here. So yeah, I'd probably say.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I always watch Super Bowl. like the big game at end of year.
But
I never understand what's going on. I just watch it.
I can't say I've ever watched it, to be fair.
I just like watching. Halftime shows are always good, and the adverts are always
it was pretty good this year.
So since you've been over there, do you sort of keep in touch with any teammates from FC United, or any of the first team lads or anything? Do you still keep contact or?
I'd probably say the only one I've spoken to recently would probably be Regan. Obviously after his move.
Big move.
Obviously congratulated him and whatnot. But yeah, the academy lads, we'll always keep in contact, just because we were really close, especially that second year. Obviously some of them are Sandro. I think he's still in and around it. He's still playing.
Sandro.
Yeah, he played recently. Sandro da Costa, yeah.
Against Valencia on Tuesday.
Yeah, so he's still in and around it, and he's someone that I played with for the 2 years that I was there. So yeah, I'd definitely say I still keep in contact with all the boys that were there. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So with I was curious. When you said with the FC United when you first started with the trials and things.
Yeah.
On one of the college courses that I did, it was essentially the same course, but it was with Manchester City. So you played for a B-Tech team, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And we actually went to come up against FC United. And because I've only just noticed that you're the year below me, so
yeah,
there was a possible chance that we did actually play against each other, or well, the team, because I was banned for that game, so I didn't get to play. But so there is actually a possible chance that we played against each other. So did you ever play against a Man City side?
Yeah, in my first year, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
I think early on, yeah, definitely.
I know they got smashed anyway, and I was buzzing. I got kicked off the team for that match, and I weren't impressed. I didn't really want to play against FC United anyway, but yeah, no.
Yeah, I do remember playing against him. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So we've just released our episode with Dan Lavercombe, and he was saying about Sandro da Costa. Apparently, he's got a really, really good strike on him. Like, he can hit the ball very, very well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I remember one game comes to mind. I think we played against Fylde. I don't know. Was he even playing? I think he was having. He might have been having a stinker. I think he was having a stinker of a game, or something happened anyway. And then the ball dropped to him at the edge of the box, and he's hit it. And I think it's in the games I played with just in the games I played with, I think that's the best strike I think I've ever seen.
Really?
Like in a game, yeah. He hit it off the crossbar. Was it off the crossbar, off the post? It always looked nicer when it hits off the post or crossbar. Yeah. It just smashed off the crossbar, and Renault was there as well in attendance. So, it was an academy game, and we had to win. Yeah, it was incredible.
I do think player Sandro. I think he's got a future in the first team. To be honest.
Yeah, definitely. I think he was always one that you could tell that if he keeps going, he can push on and
definitely
and yeah, definitely play at a high level.
For yourself personally, what is the next move for you after you finished it's at the college, isn't it?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm within 2-3 years. I'm trying to become pro. To be honest, that's the goal. That's the aim. And in the team that I'm in now, it's definitely possible because we've had boys go into the MLS. So it's not something that's unachievable. It's definitely something that if you work hard and commit 200%, it's definitely something that can happen. So that is the goal. That's been the goal since
you started
I came there. Yeah, definitely. Professionalism is something that I've always strived for. So coming to the US, it just made the dream a bit more possible. Because obviously there's stories. There's guys that have been at FC that have gone on to play pro, like Elliot Simons. I don't know if you know about him, but he went to my high school. Yeah, we went to the same high school. So, you look at guys like that, and he's playing international football now. So like, it's definitely something that is achievable. But I'd say it because there's just so many good players in England.
Yeah, he was.
So it's yeah, he was special. So I'd say in America, your dream kind of becomes a bit more real because you're playing against older guys who have been at professional levels before. So yeah, it's definitely something that I want to get into, and if I work hard, it's definitely possible.
Definitely all the best for that. I mean, you're living the dream, so it's good to see.
Yeah.
Do you so speaking of living the dream, did Arkansas provide you with, you know, housing and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, everything is provided. Yeah, I just have to be here and
Do you think?
and yeah, just play. You know, everything's been paid for. It's just you know, I've been blessed enough to have the opportunity to do this. To be honest, so you know, just come in here, not having to worry about any sort of finances, just come here and play.
Yeah, it's good then. Yeah,
That's the best thing. Yeah, just focus. So there's no excuses. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I had to focus on paying this or paying that. You know, you just have to come here and play. So yeah, that's it.
fair enough. So on to like a bit of a different topic. We've had a bit of a look through your Instagram. We've seen that you quite into your clothing. You look really put together. We're liking some of the things we've seen. Some nice pictures coming about.
Yeah, I take some. You know, I'm a big fan of clothing. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Some new things coming though. Stay posted now. Definitely. I like clothes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. What's my favorite brand? Gallery Depths. I don't know if you might not have heard of them. They're like a street brand. They do a lot of streetwear, cargos, sweaters. You probably wouldn't have heard of them because they're new. But I don't have a special brand. If that makes sense. I like to
put together a few different
things.
pieces.
I like to put together things.
Yeah. So what sort of shoes you go to? Are you like a standard Air Force, or do you like something a little bit different?
I'm a bit of a flamboyant, you know. I'm not gonna lie. A bit of everything. If it looks nice, then I'll appreciate it. But even if it doesn't look nice, I'll still appreciate it. Like the boys slate me. We had this homecoming dance or something, and then I must have come in these huge boots, green, like they were huge. I got destroyed for it, but they appreciated it in the long run. So you know, if I find it, I'm a type of person where, like, if I like it, I'll wear it regardless of what anyone says. So I got slated for it, but you know, I found it nice. So Jordans, definitely.
Jordans.
What you said about them being big green boots, then have you seen Mischief, them big red boots that they've made?
Yeah. I don't know about those. I'm not gonna lie.
Catch me dead.
I'm not rocking with them. But sort of a side piece, we have come across one of your posts from it looks like early when you first moved to Arkansas, and we were just a bit of sort of questioning the caption a little bit, and it reads, "Walk around with my pants down so they know it's the hardest." We sort of walk through that.
Go on,
I don't know. I just felt like a bad man. So
That's a film who's hardest.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was my first proper training session. I think I had a good session or something. I think we just played 11 aside. I think I scored or something, and then we got the photos, and then I think I've tagged him in the comments as well. I said, put his name. Yeah, he gave me the idea, so I just thought, why not? Just
fair enough.
I think did I get in trouble? I think I might have got in trouble with the coach. I just took it, and then kept it moving. To be honest, so it's just a bit of fun, light-hearted banter. So that's what it was. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the Instagram well put together. Like we say, we do. Liking some of the clothes, liking the outfits. Smashing it.
It's all right, to be honest.
Yeah. So that brings us to an end.
Yeah.
No, thank you guys.
Thank you for coming on, Silas, and having a great chat with us. We've had a very good laugh, and thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Really good. So tune in again for more special guests, and thank you for watching.
See you later.